Hi there, thanks for joining me today back in the garage. I've got another little treat today. This is the latest offering from Mucar. We did do a while ago a video on the Mucar CS90, which was a great code reader scanner. This one comes in a lovely pouch. That's nice. Powerful bit of kit, this one. This is semi-professional, professional scanner. It will do ECU coding, all of the resets that you need, and it is a lovely looking bit of kit. Oh, have a look at this. Got the nice metal edges on it, rubberized corners for protection in case you drop it. Oh, it's just, oh, I do like that. We've got some connectivity on the top, power on off button. She's fired up straight away. And look at that, Bluetooth adapter with a magnetic dongle. You're not going to lose that in a hurry. That's really nice. You've got also the handle on this one. You can hang it on the steering wheels while you're doing your diagnostic testing. Looks a super bit of kit. Also looks very, very similar to my favourite scanner, the ThinkScan BT689. It looks almost identical to it. Had great success with this one. Like I say, it's my favourite scanner, and this Mucar should do all the same functions. It should be exactly the same. Like I say, this was the DPF regeneration on a Volvo. No problem at all. Absolutely smashed it off, and eventually it clears. Different colours, but they are very, very close. Is this going to be as good as this one? Because that is my favourite at the minute. Let's give this one a rundown and see what it can do. So the hardware on both of these units is identical, the battery, the processor and everything, but there's one major difference, and that is the software. The Mucar has got the AI system attached to it, and it's also got one extra reset, and that's the Melodo, the mileage consistency check, which allows you to verify the mileage of the vehicle. It looks at all the ECUs and checks the mileage on every one, not just the odometer. Latest version, free updates for life, powerful module, powerful chip inside it, so it's going to be good. In the box we've got charging leads, charger, we've got the link. You can attach this to the internet to get coding to program ECUs, so it is again a very, very powerful bit of kit. On the screen we've got as familiar menus. We've got auto search, we've got VIN recognition. It can do all of the maintenance resets, ABS lights, battery resetting, brake pad resetting, module resetting, ECU programming. We should be able to go onto this and turn off some of the annoying functions on the car, like the seatbelt warning light. You know, we can get rid of that. We can get rid of the stop-start system on some cars, throttle relearning, gearbox, injector coding, does it all. Bi-directional as well, so we can work and activate modules. We can switch on lights with it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to plugging this one in and seeing what it can do. Let's get out to the car and have a look. Right, we're out of the car. Like I say, we need to plug in the dongle. That's this magnetic one on the back there. Beautiful. Let's get that plugged into the OBD. We just pop off the cover on this one. There's the socket, 16-pin OBD, and then we just plug that in, and it lights up blue, gives us a beep. We'll put the ignition on, a couple of presses on the button. There we go. That'll just bing bong a little bit, and then it should go off in a second. So let's have a little peek at this then. On this main, we've got diagnostics, maintenance, upgrade and more. So if we wanted to do maintenance, oil resets and stuff like that, we go to maintenance. Diagnosis, we'll see if there's any faults on the car. We can go into the VIN scan. This will do a VIN scan on the car, looking for the VIN number, which will then bind it to the big BMW diagnostic software. So it's going to be vehicle specific, which means that it can look at all of the ECU straight away. It's found the chassis number of the car. Vehicle specific, it's going to look at every single ECU on the car and give us control of those ECUs. This is bi-directional, so we can turn on actuators, turn lights on. We should be able to make wipers work, whatever, you know, all of that kind of stuff. On the engine control side, we can get it to work EGR valves, injectors, yeah, everything. It's a powerful bit of kit. With this unit, we can do coding, so we can change parameters on the dashboard. We can add miles an hour into the little display in the center. We should be able to turn off seatbelt warnings for the passenger side. You know, if you've got the dog in it and it keeps bing bonging telling you've got a passenger with no seatbelt on, we can get that switched off. All of that's all available on this unit. We can also carry out DPF regenerations, which is an absolute must, because I mean, these diesel cars nowadays, the DPFs can give issues. If you're doing a lot of town driving, you need to be able to have a tool that can do regeneration on it. Previously did the DPF cleaning kit, but you still needed something like this to be able to carry out the full functionality of that. Okay, so here we go, got a list of all the systems on the car. We can pop out the little handle on the back there, which allows us to rest that onto the steering wheel. There are some units that don't have that, and that's such a good feature. Let's get inside and shut the door. So here we go, straight away, it's got every module on there. We've got the fuel pump, engine control, ABS, power steering. We've got interior alarm system, instrument cluster, parking distance control, you name it, it's all in there. And what we can do there is just choose which system we want to scan, a smart scan. So they've literally just updated this. I did the download earlier, but this one is obviously a newer version, so we'll let it just reload. Okay, so we're all updated, so we can go automatically search. Here we go, all the systems on the car now. These are all listed up, what we've got. These are all the ones we can pick from. So we can choose to scan, we'll do a smart scan. This just whips through all of them, and it's found out that I've got a faulty dip beam. So I've got a bulb gone. Well, we can check that out in a minute. We'll have a look at that. Other than that though, everything else looks pretty cool. Now we can actually go deeper into each of these systems. So if we go for ECM engine control module and just tap on that one, we can go and read fault codes. There shouldn't be anything there. No fault code stored. We can do data streams on the fuel system. If I start the car up now, this is really nice. We've got voltage on the car. We've got a time and the percentage of what's in the battery on this. So got some nice information going on there. We always want to make sure that the voltage on the car is higher than 12 volts if we're doing any coding or anything like that. So let's just have a quick look at the fuel rail pressure. You can see there, that's the location of the pressure sensor. We'll just see that. We should be able to get that up on a graph as well. So there we go, look, nicely coming in. If I just rev the engine, there we go. You see that's coming in nice and quick. We can add extra streams as well if we want to. Let's go back out of that, that's nice. Exhaust emissions, exhaust back pressure, can have a look at that one. Again, really nice and low, that's lovely. We just go back and back again, go back out that menu. Now, this has got the Mucar AI. So all of the faults, if you get one, it comes up with a little AI guy now, and you can tap on that and it will take through to their intelligence diagnostics and give you an idea of how to do the repair on the car as well. So again, it's this technology is moving on. This one should be quite, yeah, there we go, look, saying dip beam is faulty, and it will give us here guidance on how to fix it. I mean, this one is pretty straightforward. You should be able to just say change the bulb, but it's also going to tell us how to check the circuits on the system, component test, inspect the right dipped headlight bulb for any signs of damage, burnout, and replace the bulb. So this works on all kinds of faults, so it's a really good bit of kit. Let's just go into the anti-lock braking system. Let's have a quick look. I keep pressing the wrong bit, there we go. And look at some, we can work the pump. We'll activate that. There you go, so the anti-lock, this bi-directional is working the ABS pump, the anti-lock braking pump. This will do full braking system bleeds as well. It's got the function to actually bleed all of the brakes out using this. You have to do them in sequence, and it works the ABS pump at the same time. It can do that. So let's have a look at the data stream. So we can look at data streams on the DSC system. DSC sensors, wheel speed sensors. So let's go for wheel speed sensors, and we'll go for our 4, and we'll OK that. We'll put that into a graph, add all of the sensors in. And if we move the car, we'll see the graph appearing. There it goes. And we are looking for them all to be pretty much the same. We have got some slight discrepancies there. So the rings are probably just slightly out of balance, but nothing enough to bring the fault codes on. But if you had, you could look at this and it would tell you which ones are out of sync with the others. So again, a really good, powerful bit of kit. We've got pressure sensors, run flat indicators, steering angle sensor. We could do a reset on that. Miles an hour. Let's go into coding, personalization. Let's have a look in there, see what we can do. Here we go. It gives us some ideas. We can do something in the instrument cluster. Again, we can turn lighting systems on and off in different manners. But let's just go into the instrument cluster and have a quick look at that, see what we can do in here. Okay, so we can back up the current vehicle data and then restore it, and we can go function selection. So if we backed it up first, if we did have an issue, then we could just restore it. But let's have a quick look. Okay, here we go. So regardless of whether the lights are on, the dashboard remains on. We don't really want that. We can display the digital vehicle speed. That's nice. Like I say, in the center here, we can get a speedometer coming up, as well as the one here. So that's always a nice feature to have on. So let's have a go at that. Look, so dashboard displays digital speed. So enabled, disabled. So let's go for enabled 01, and then we'll OK that. We'll give it a bit of that, and it should do some magic down here with a bit of luck. There we go, look. It's reset the whole system there. Coded, done. So now when we can get that miles an hour displayed up on the screen. So it's all been coded, fantastic. Let's go back out of this one. Let's have a look in the maintenance. So common special functions, let's have a look. Oil maintenance reset. So here we go, we can have a look, see what the resets are. It's just reset the time on the cluster for us automatically. And condition-based servicing, here's what we've got. We've got brakes, front and rear, brake fluid, vehicle check. So everything in there is pretty much where it needs to be. But say we've just put some new brake pads in there. We click on F2 at the bottom. Yeah, we want to reset. We've put some new brake pads in the car, so we want to reset it. And now front brakes are back to 100%. As easy as that. So let's end this service function, we'll get out that one. Same as battery matching, we can do that. Immobiliser east, we could do a DPF regeneration. If we want to regenerate the DPF, we can do that. Injector coding, we can go into that one. If you need to take your injectors out and replace them, you can now recode them to the ECU with this bit of kit. So what we've got here, it's telling us what the injectors are and what the codes are. So what we can do, if we wanted to, we could reinstall the codes, which would reset the system to thinking it's got new injectors in and set everything back to 0 again. Sometimes it can overcompensate, or if you've put an injector cleaner through your car, it's still not running right, you need to reset these and you'll be running like a dream again. We'll end that service function. We don't want to go into resetting those just yet. Okay, let's go back out of that one. EGR adaptation, if we'd clean the EGR, we would reset that as well. So that's one to do in the future, we've got that to come. Let's go back out of this one. So we've coded, we've looked at the special functions. Let's just go into maintenance, have a quick peek in here. So ABS bleeding, let's enter that one. Okay, so here we go, brake bleeding routine. So you go to each individual caliper, crack off the nipple, and it'll tell you which one to do it, which way to go. So here we go. So it's starting off with the right rear, we press continue. You can hear that powering up the ABS pump forcing the fluid down to that right caliper, which will push the fluid through and help you bleed the system. And then we just continue on to the next one, and it will tell you to do the left one. There we go. And we work our way through the whole system. We won't carry on going, we'll cancel that off, but you can see you get the gist of that one. So we've got all these other functions that we can do, DPF, battery learning. You can get at them this way as well as through what we did earlier through the diagnostics. Let's just go in and see if we can get the lights working on an external so we can check the bulbs. We've got one out, it said, so let's go and have a look. Okay, so we want to go into the footwell module because that's where the light controls are. And then we should have actuation test, and we can look down here, we should have vehicle lights. Okay, so according to the fault codes, we've got a faulty bulb somewhere, so let's have a quick look. We can go for front low beam headlights. So we'll activate that on here, and they're on. This one's on, this one's blown. We need to pop a new bulb in there. You can see this one's duff. We can also check out side lights, fog lights, indicators. So let's try the indicators. There we go, indicators are on. Let's go around the back. Okay, ones that are always a pain on this one are the side lights on the back. You can't tell between the LED lights and the normal bulbs. But on this one we can go into here and it should tell us tail light without LED. So if we go on that and click that, there we go. These are all the normal bulbs that you can replace. We've lit those, we can see which ones are on and which ones are faulty. They're all okay. Brake lights, bingo, cracking bit of kit. So what we can also do using the tool is pop the driver's window open. So let's go to open window driver side, press activate on there, bingo. Great way to check if the motor's faulty or the switch is faulty. If you think it might be the switch, try this. If this opens the window, it's definitely the switch. Let's swap that bulb over, then we can delete the fault code. There we go, got a new bulb. We've got to get this one through the wheel arch, so I just need to turn the steering. It's behind here, we've got this little hatch. And we can pop the bulb out. Yeah, that was well blown. It's a real fiddly one to see. There we go, and that's that in. Okay, now what we want to do is go back into the fault, and then we should be able to clear that one now. Even though we've replaced the bulb, the fault still stays in the system, so you need to clear it, otherwise it's in the ECU. Gone. Actuation test, vehicle lights, low dip beam headlight, activate. Wow, there it is. That's better. Fixed it, thanks to the Mucar 892BT. And pop that out, put it back into the ready for the next car. So there we have it. What a cracking bit of kit. Really, really nice. I love the functions. I love the menus. It's so easy to negotiate and navigate this. It's some machines are quite hard to find your way around. Not with this one. It's got very, very similar menus to my favourite scanner over there. This could possibly be my new favourite scanner because it is the same and it's got the added benefit of the AI as well. I like it. I really do. If I were you and you were thinking of getting one, I would check the prices between this one and the ThinkScan, compare the two, whichever one's cheaper, go for it. I'll put links in the description and discount codes. I've got some discount codes for this, so I'll put all that in the description. Please drop me a little thumbs up, drop me some comments, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching. Cracking bit of kit.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.